So Jack Sidney got a little upset about Bob Tanner. Well, well, well. And I want to know more about Bob Tanner.
Yeah. That sounds fantastic.
I wonder if the mystery woman works here. Excuse me, I must be disturbing you, but I'm sure we've met.
I'm sorry,
Jimmy Clapp, nice to see you. I've got it, it was through Gene Nyatt. You're Bob Tanner.
That's right. How do you know Gene?
Now, where did you and I meet? A sales meeting, a trade show?
Could be. Gene and I go to the same ones. What do you do in the industry?
How is Gene? I haven't seen him in ages. Do you keep in touch?
We go out to lunch. The weather's good. We make it an afternoon and get out on the links.
That's right. Gene's a golfer. Big golfer. He loves that golf.
What did you say you do?
You just get to see him socially these days?
As I said, we golf.
Indeed, sir.
You know, I just can't place you. What is your business here today?
You know, I should run. I have an appointment in purchasing.
I can show you down.
Not necessary, Bob. Nice to see you again. Give Gene my regards. Tell him Jimmy Clapp said hello.
Hi, welcome to another hour of Home Style. I'm Jessie Gaudette. Today we're going to tackle a very special project. Look at these beautiful decoupage flower pots. Aren't they just great? And you're not going to believe how easy they are to make. First, let's look at the materials that you'll need. You'll need flower pots with their matching saucers. You'll need a decoupage medium, some pretty wrapping paper or postcards. You'll need acrylic paints, some acrylic spray, sandpaper, scissors, and a plastic sheet. Oh, and don't forget a couple of foam brushes. All right, we're set. Just move these aside. Lay the pot and saucer upside down and place it on the plastic sheet. Now check for any rough spots. And if you find any, sand it off. Paint the outside surfaces. Now, you can either mix the paint or blend it. And if you want to get adventurous, you can sponge the paint on. Whatever you do, make sure the paint dries thoroughly. And when it's dry, turn the pot and the saucer over and do the same thing on the inside. Now, while that is drying, cut out the pictures that you're going to be applying to the pot. And now make sure that you cut them out very carefully. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Okay. The paint has dried on both the pot and the saucer. Now we're going to apply the decoupage medium to the outside surface. Let it set for 1 minute. Then take your cutouts and press them onto the pot. Now you can use one of your sponge brushes to smooth them in place. Right away, apply the decoupage medium and cover the entire surface. And let it dry. Now here's one that I was working on earlier. It's dry, and all that is left is the last step, which is spray varnish. You just shake, spray, and let it dry. So aren't they beautiful? Look what you've done. They're very lovely, and they make wonderful containers. You can fill a big pot with balls of yarn and a small pot with, these are silk flowers or dried flowers. And I bet someone you know would love one for a gift. Next, we're making curtains out of bed sheets, and we're not sewing one little bit when we get back.
Has anyone found Jean?
No, Sam, no one has found Jean. Did everyone see the little item in today's paper?
What item?
Jean Nyatt, come out wherever you are.
Great.
Hey, it's buried. No one will see it.
I just got off the phone with Nationwide Health. They saw it. How did this happen?
Jean wasn't here for a scheduled interview yesterday. News travels fast.
What did Nationwide Health say?
They're concerned about our stability. I think I calmed them down. People, can we agree to lie low?
Why doesn't he just call us?
Come on, Matt. Jean's a cowboy. He'll show up any minute and tell us all about the great job he's doing for us.
I guess you'll be glad to see him then, since manufacturing is the weak link in the chain right now.
Jennifer.
You know, if we're all so immobilized by Jean's absence, maybe we're too dependent on him. Yesterday, Jean had a lunch appointment with Bob Tanner. Yeah, that Bob Tanner.
Was Jean there?
No, he never showed. But you see, the person who's supposed to get us through this enormous pitch for business is sitting down with our biggest competitor.
That's crazy. Why would he do that?
I'm not sure. What do you think, Susan?
Jean and Bob Tanner have known each other a long time.
Yeah. And why would he be working so hard to win Nationwide Health?
Nationwide Health, as our client, makes Indica a very attractive acquisition. We get Nationwide Health, Jean gets on the phone to Bob Tanner.
He makes out like a bandit. We worry about our jobs.
Some of us do. What do you think, Susan?
You guys, it's not possible.
Sure, it's possible. It's just the sort of stunt Jean might pull.
How do you know about this supposed lunch?
A friend told me. She got some inside information.
Hi. Tess, it's so weird you called. Gene Nyatt stood me up for an interview this week. His PR people have been begging us for a profile, then he blows it.
Did you have anything to do with the mention in the Herald?
Off the record? Maybe.
Do you think it's strange for him to disappear?
It's not orthodox business behavior, but he does have a reputation.
What's that?
Well, he's a solo flyer, a deal maker. If you're good at it, people think you're exciting. If you're not good at it, people think you're irresponsible. Eventually, the board removes you.
Which is Nyatt?
He's pretty good at it. He steps on people's toes, though. His staff either has infinite patience or no self-respect.
How likely would a merger be between Nyatt's company and Tanner Health Technologies?
Is that a tip?
It's not reliable.
I'd love to be a fly on their office walls.
Would it work?
In some ways, they're a good match. Competitors, but with complementary strengths. Indica's R&D is very hot. Tanner's the big operation, awesome sales force. But they're miles apart as far as corporate culture and personality. Even though Indica's ripe for the taking and Tanner's got the bucks, I'm not sure it's a good deal. Why, are they talking?
Tanner and Nyatt play golf. How much do you talk about this stuff playing golf?
Tess, where have you been? Golfing, in the sauna, at dinner parties, businesses everywhere. Tanner's around, even if Nyatt isn't. Talk to him, then call me.
They're golf buddies.
They could do plenty of business over golf. Janice said so.
She also said the deal wouldn't work, and she said this is not unusual behavior for Nyatt. Jack's just a little paranoid.
So why was he so freaked out about that woman's picture?
He probably slept with her and then forgot he promised to call her. Tess.
Can we help you?
Are you Tess? My name is Susan Kent, and I work with Jack Sidney.
Ms. Kent, I'm David Gaynor. This is Tess Donatello. You work at Indica?
Yes, I run the company with Jean Nyatt, who's missing, as you evidently know.
How do you know about us?
Oh, it's no secret that Jack is in touch with you. He's a little perturbed at Jean's absence.
Shouldn't he be?
If I were concerned, I'd go to the police. Jack's a new employee. I don't know him very well, but he's been acting strangely.
How so?
Well, he asked me to have lunch with him. When was it? Tuesday. I went to meet him, but Jack never came.
Do you know where Jean Knight is?
I thought you might tell me that. It's why I came all this way.
I'm not sure we can under the circumstances. If you'd like to include Mr. Sidney...
Of course. I guess that's best if he's hired you privately. But if Indica's paying you, I'd wonder who authorized him. After all, it's not his money to spend. That could be a very sticky situation if, say, the licensing board were to ask questions. Well, thanks anyway. I hope you find Jean well.
Currently, in some towns in Massachusetts, people who smoke where prohibited can be fined $50. A bill before the legislature, the No Smoking Bill, would make this the case for the entire state. And fines would jump to $100. And multiple offenses could land the offender in jail. This is a bad idea. The bill was introduced by a small and impassioned group, Clean Breathing, who want to eradicate smoking completely. They want every citizen to live a better, healthier life. It's hard to argue with their reasons. Smoking is bad for you. Smoking affects all of us, whether we smoke or not. Smoking is something we'd be better off without. And certainly, every citizen has the right to smoke-free environments. But this is an issue best addressed by the communities in which those citizens live. The No Smoking Bill proposes punishment that is far more serious than the offense. The sentiments of Clean Breathing do not translate into good law. Under the proposed bill, police would waste valuable time writing tickets. Local police already admit that the laws are hard to enforce. The court would spend valuable time and resources hearing challenges. The administrative costs of the proposed bill would far outweigh its benefits. We think the solution is simpler. Not the penalties and bureaucracies of the No Smoking Bill, but a tap on the shoulder and the polite request, "Would you mind not smoking?"
I'm nervous.
You'll do fine. Hey, you say I always get to do the fun stuff. This is the fun stuff. Okay. There's your man. Anywhere near the phone.
Okay.
Except where he can see it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
No, go right ahead. What merger? Who are you?
Tess Donatello. I've been investigating circumstances surrounding Jean Nyatt's recent disappearance.
Disappearance? Why are you talking to me?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you did have a lunch appointment with him this week, and...
We have lunch all the time. We belong to the same country club. Our wives are friends. Do you see where I'm headed, Miss Donatello?
When he didn't show, did he give you any reason for canceling?
I'm calling security.
No, please don't do that.
Why not? Why not have you thrown out of here? Because you don't care what I say. You have an agenda. That's the problem with you media people nowadays. If you don't find what you want, you make it up.
I'll try not to do that.
And tell your friend, what's his name? Jimmy Clapp, the same.
Excuse me?
Never mind, he probably works for another station. Can you find your way out of here, Ms. Donatello? And I do mean straight out.
Susan Kent.
What the hell is going on over there?
Hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm lousy. You were supposed to exert a little control while Jean was gone. You've got leaks everywhere. I just had a reporter in here ask me about the merger.
What?
Yeah, the one we're trying to keep quiet until the nationwide health deal goes through. Have you talked to Jean lately, Susan?
Not in the last day.
Well, he's on his way back, and he's none too pleased with it.
Yes, come in. I'll have to get back to you on that.
What?
Thank you for calling.
Wow. You did great. Really, you're a brilliant detective. You shine. You sparkle.
Jack was right.
I know. I hate that.
We have to tell him. He did hire us.
Yeah, but will he pay us?
That's not such a bad reason to tell him. Voicemail.
Whatever it is, Jack, it'll have to wait.
Aren't we supposed to stay calm, lie low, no sudden movements?
I'm going out. Why don't you call your detectives and let them know?
Come on, Susan, talk to me. Is it a good deal? Shouldn't I know about it? Shouldn't I be in on it?
Oh, I thought you were after truth, justice, and the American way. You're amazing. A couple of months in the job and you act like you own the place. I admire your initiative. I really do. We're alike in that. Both driven. Unfortunately, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Who are you protecting? Jean? Bob? Why? Whatever it is you're up to, they cannot be pleased with what's happening. Sam spilling the beans to a reporter, me hiring investigators. I can help. If you include me, I can be a big help. We can straighten this mess out. Do things the way you want to, the way you were trying to. It's not your fault it all got so complicated.
You're imagining things. Oh, good.
Tess, what are you doing here?
Welcome to Good Morning. I'm Crystal Ann Rose. We have a terrific show for you this morning. Later on, we'll be seeing some brand new fashions for men and women. But first, he's written 4 mysteries that have made him a constant presence on the bestseller lists. His latest is called In the Danger Zone. Please welcome Tom O'Neill. Great to see you.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. How is the book doing?
Oh, the response has been fantastic.
Well, that's wonderful. Tom, I'd like to ask you a question about In the Danger Zone. How does it end?
I don't think I should answer that one.
Okay, we won't give away the ending.
Actually, that reminds me of something that happened last week in Tucson. I was in a bookstore about to sign books, and this guy comes in and picks up a copy. He reads the first couple of pages, Then he turns to the last page. I wanted to grab the book from his hands and say, "What about the middle? Do you realize how hard it is to write the middle?"
You know what I'd like to know? When will you set a book in Ireland?
Now, don't rush me, Crystal Ann. My next book will be set there.
Wow. Okay, so back to the current book. Is In the Danger Zone going to be a movie?
There's been some interest. Nothing definite yet.
Because I loved the other ones. True or False, Missing Persons.
Thank you.
Do you like seeing your story up on the big screen?
I have to say it is a thrill. A real thrill.
Well, it's been a real thrill having you here. I know you have to go. Thanks so much for dropping by. Tom O'Neill. We'll be right back.
You were right.
Hi, I'm David Gaynor. You must be Jack. Miss Kent?
What do you mean I was right?
Your paranoid fantasy about a merger isn't a fantasy.
Indica and Tanner?
I think it's time for you all to leave.
Susan, Bob Tanner's on line 1, and he's really mad.
How's Bob?
He's really mad.
Bob, stop talking. Go away. Look, I'd love to go into detail, but I'm with Jack Sidney. Is this the best time to discuss it? Oh, and Bob, you had reporters over there? I've got detectives over here. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
From what I hear, they're looking for me.
Gene.
Bob? Gene Nyatt. Yeah, I can hear that. Well, I have some news myself. But let me call you in a little while, okay? Okay. Yeah. Bye.
I can explain.
I'd rather hear about the merger. Indica and Tanner?
Half right. Actually, it's going to be Indica and Takashima.
What? What about Tanner?
Change of plans. See, Takashima has all kinds of money, like Bob Tanner. Except Bob said he wouldn't take the company without me. Takashima's just gonna buy me out. And Susan, they're just as loyal as you are. They've managed to keep it under wraps for almost 2 years. And Nationwide Health loves them too. Makes a lot of sense, don't you think?
But all the work.
It did not go to waste. It made Takashima's offer even better. I got more of what I wanted.
What about everyone else?
Everyone should get what they want. Everyone should go out there and get what they want. Now, what is it that you want?
Reservation for Gaynor, David Gaynor.
Do you two know each other?
I'm so sorry there's no reservation under that name. Are you sure it's not under some other name?
Try Winthrop.
No? Sorry.
Well, I didn't want to spend any of our money in that place anyway.
At least we have some money from this case, and fast. Can we bill all our clients on a one-day cycle?
The only problem is it's not our client who paid us. This check is from Gene Nyatt, possibly the world's most manipulative wheeler-dealer.
So what? It's in our grubby little fingers.
So ruthless, yet so perfectly civil. I've never seen anything like it. Have you, Tess?
Are you kidding? I went to business school, remember?
I feel badly for Susan. Blindly working away, thinking she's doing one thing when in fact, she's all part of the decoy.
Oh yeah, she's a real saint. I feel sorry for Tanner. All that golf. And what did he get him?
Funny how obvious it all turned out to be. Nyatt merges with the company he's been working with for years. A faithful supplier who saves the day and winds up owning the company who hired them.
That's right. They're making the what is it? The biocompatible thingy for the hearing device they invented.
You're the most technically literate woman I've ever known.
And speaking of devices, did we need a permit or something to use the bug?
In theory, yes, but as you saw, not in practice. So, what are you doing this weekend?